Yo, 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 everybody. We're going live, and this is going to be a YouTube video, likely. Very likely a YouTube video. But I just wanted to do it live just because I know it'll take forever for me to actually edit this out. But if you're seeing in the spot, we've got 84 animator rank. I should actually add a text source to this. It says, let's see, add source. Format. Where is Ballhouse 96? Ballhouse 93, actually. 64. Let's see. The approximate button. There it is, I think. Maybe I've got to join in the stream. I can hear myself. Yes, I can hear myself. Good, good, good. Okay, we've got chat pulled up. You can't see chat on the video, really. But that is fine. I wonder if I can do pop-out chat here. Can I do pop-out chat? Pop-out chat, there we are. That is very scuffed. And yeah, I don't like that. So I'm just going to remove that. Likely, let's see, if I click this, it closes that. How do I get this to stay on top? Show as tab. Yeah, so likely I'll have to add this as a source. We're gonna go capture. Window. There we go. Pretty easy to get that up here. Let's see, window. Okay, there we go, there we go. I think we'll be set for the video now. Okay, let's go, let's go. Oh, wait, where's my VTuber? Just a little bit more over. Okay. How's it going, everybody? It's me, Hokioku, and today we're actually going over a tier list of every single anime that I've ever watched, at least the ones that I ended up putting on my anime list. I know there's probably quite a few that I have forgotten in the many years that I've been watching anime, which I think it's actually approaching about 10 years since I started watching anime. Well, if not before that, if you consider like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon and that kind of stuff, Studio Ghibli movies as anime, which they are. So this does have a lot of my anime movies I've seen, but there's still quite a few on here that I haven't put on my anime list. But how this is going to work is we are going to have basically a tier list based on my top three at the top. Top three can either include movies or TV shows, basically. But if not, those are just going to be like top three of everything here. Then we have the masterpieces section, which is basically my top 10 list. But I have a longer than top 10 list, especially because I think so many shows that I've watched have just been absolutely amazing. We've got great shows, which is just kind of like shows that I've seen but don't quite make it into that upper echelon, I would say, or that I don't really think they're masterpieces, but I do really enjoy them a lot. Same thing with like a lot, that is just a little bit under, Worth my time is that I've watched it and it wasn't a waste of time, but didn't like it much is basically just I didn't like it much, but I like watched it or completed it. And then we have dropped, which there's quite a few in here that I have dropped. So that's going to be on here. We do have about 84, I think, pictures on here. So we're going to have 84 different animes to rank here today. So this is going to be quite a long video. So make sure to like and subscribe if you want more long-form videos like these. That's what I want to be doing. And I'm probably going to actually make a regular thing of doing these type of videos every year almost. I would probably make these every year. Starting this year, I would say, if I'm still around on YouTube a year from now. But without further ado, let's get into my ranking of all the anime I've ever seen. So yeah, this is also going to be pretty discussional too, I think, so that's just going to make the video even longer almost, But we are probably going to get through the ones that I've dropped at the beginning, I think, is what I'm going to do. And then we'll toss up and just go in order, I think. But the ones that I have dropped, and I have dropped a good decent bit of shows. Let's see. Spy Family I dropped. I watched the first few episodes, and I liked the show enough, but I just wasn't really willing to watch the whole thing. And I was wanting to do reactions, but I didn't do that. Rurouni Kenshin, I did drop the remake after, I think, watching the first two episodes. I think I watched the first two episodes, something like that. But just based on the reviews of the original show, and then with the remake, it's a classic, I think, but I just wasn't really too interested in the story as much as I thought I would be. It's not quite as engaging as I feel like Demon Slayer was, which is kind of to be expected considering it's more of a basic story, I guess you could say. Let's see, are there any other ones that I have actually dropped on here? And not completed does not mean that I have dropped the show either, is what my distinction here is. Because most of these are shows that I have actually been working on completing or have watched part of, but am not completely caught up to yet. And I think that is all of the shows that I dropped. Basically, this is, oh wait, yeah, Shield Hero. Shield Hero I dropped after a bit of ways into season 2, and I don't really plan on going back to it just because not worth my time. That's basically what this is. If it's not worth my time, it gets into the dropped category pretty much, which is a very sad part about that. But now I guess we'll go through these on just whatever normal rankings we have. So we're going to start at the top here. Dr. Stone. And I actually have 2 Dr. Stones on here, so that is a bit weird that I have 2 Dr. Stones on here. So we'll just toss this one Dr. Stone. I don't actually want to use the image of it at the bottom here. Dr. Stone is an anime that I really, really do enjoy quite a lot, especially because I used to be a chemistry major in college, but then I swapped over to more engineering type stuff. So that's pretty fun to know what's up with that, and yeah, so that's pretty cool. If you could get into a Stone Age world like that, that'd be pretty fun to go with, right? But in terms of the show overall, like, very, very good. We've got great plot line, great villain arcs with Tsukasa and that kind of stuff. Tsukasa from Doctor Stone and Tonikawa Fly Me to the Moon, which I haven't seen, but so we've got Doctor Stone, and I'm probably gonna put this up in the like it a lot category, just because the great shows category is kind of like top 20. You can think of it like that. Like, it has to really be a really great show for me to put it up there. Masterpieces, we're probably only gonna have like 4 or 5, I think, up there, and then top 3 is beyond masterpiece. It's just a show that I can't really find any, like, literally no flaws with, or it's just part of like my core as an anime fan out of things I like. Like, it does everything I like, right? Vampire Knight. Now, Vampire Knight. This is a bit of a weird thing because it only has 2 seasons, so it only has like 20 something episodes in total. And it really has no bunch of nostalgia. I did rewatch this, like, I think last summer, or like over this last year recently. And I'm going to put it in the like it a lot category as well, considering that I really do like the storyline as well. It's a cliche vampire story for the most part, except there are some like good twists, or like there is some like good theming to it as well. The reason why I don't have this in like a great category or something like that is because partially the animation wasn't done as well, just because it was Studio Dean before Studio Dean did Konosuba type stuff. Konosuba has better animation basically, but Studio Dean at this point in time was just a lower quality in terms of animation style as well. Plus, also the Blu-ray discs for this also didn't have a very good printing for the American release, so that's why I didn't really like vibe with the show as much in terms of like its quality. And also, it only covers like half of the show in terms of the manga, which I do plan on reading the manga for this at some point, which is probably going to be after I catch up more with Berserk, or read more like Black Butler, basically, because Black Butler and Berserk are the ones I'm reading right now, kind of. And then Tokyo Ghoul I want to read through, especially if we don't get an anime. I'm really like kind of waiting on an anime, if there is an anime that we get at some point again. So like I'll give that another like probably 5 years, something like that, until I actually read Tokyo Ghoul probably. So yeah, Vampire Knight's right here, but I do want to finish the manga. Fairy Tail. Now, Fairy Tail is a great show. It's really a great show. If you're going into it expecting there to be crazy plot things, you're not really looking at it in the right way. Like, it's just a vibe. It's really just a vibe kind of show, and it was the first like official kind of anime I actually watched. So that's gonna be up here in great show. I am actually gonna put these in order of shows I like more and shows I like less. And yeah, so I've got it up here. Fairy Tail, I really do like just the OG Fairy Tail. I think it's pretty solid, pretty solid. It sometimes can drag on in terms of a lot of episodes, and some like fights or plot points that I think weren't handled too well completely, but I really do overall like the show. I would recommend it for people. And we actually do have 100 Years Quest on here as well, up somewhere as well, but that'll get a different ranking later on. Shingun Tsugen Tsukihime. This is the Tsukihime anime that everybody says doesn't exist. I think it came out in 2001 or 2002 actually, which is pretty cool. The animation quality on it is like, it's kind of lower quality for anime that was coming back at the turn of the millennia. But let's see. I think it still was worth my time. I'm gonna put this in the worth my time category. Like, it really doesn't do a good job of adapting the Tsukihime visual novel properly, because it just kind of mixes a lot of plot points together without actually like talking about them, because it's only 12 episodes in the series. It follows the Arcuid route, which is a good route. I really do like Arcord's route, but I think Hisui's route is very good as well, with kind of how it ends. Kohaku's route as well is really good, and I still have not read CL or Akiha's route, but I know a few plot points thanks to this anime spoiling them for me. So that just kind of bums me out. But talking about the 2006 Fate anime, it kind of falls in the same category of not really adapting the story very well, or like giving you like weird adaptations for it. But I put this up in the great shows category personally because I have not really experienced the Fate route of Fate Stay Night very much at all. This is the only way I actually experienced the differences in Fate Stay Nights in the Fate routes plot points, which I really did like the Fate route quite a bit in terms of its theming as well. I personally ship Shiro with Arturia 100%, and that's mainly based on the ending of the Fate route. So yeah, like, it's not a perfect show, but the music OSTs in it are pretty great. The animation isn't too bad. The movie that they made for Unlimited Blade Works after this actually has better animation, but I have not seen the full movie yet, so I haven't been able to put this on here. But yeah, like, I do think it's a great show. I do rank it higher than Fairy Tail just because I do like Fate a whole lot more than Fairy Tail. So that's going to be up there in the great shows for now. I don't think it's quite masterpiece level just because animation quality, how it adapts the story, isn't quite up there really. But it is still one of my go-to shows for rewatching or experiencing, I guess you could say. Sword Art Online. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This next one is going to be controversial. This next one actually is going to be really controversial, but I'm going to put this... didn't like very much. Imagine if I put it up there. The more I rewatch Sword Art Online, especially Alicization and War of the Underworld, because technically I'm only on my first rewatch of War of the Underworld. But War of the something's up. It's like, dude, I don't remember the animation being as good as it is. I don't remember it getting as dark as it was. Like, I remember it being dark, but it's crazy how dark it is. And I might actually have to put this up here in top 3. I'm actually gonna put this up in top 3, at least for now. This might get outthrown. I probably will. So I'll put it in like masterpiece level, just because I think the writing style in it, like, the author did such a good job of actually continuing the story on in a different direction than just the death game at the beginning. Like, Fairy Dance arc, people don't like very much, but I think it actually, in the overall, if you look at Sword Art Online overall, as in the whole 100 episodes, it doesn't really take up too much time of the whole series, and it kind of works as a good lead-in to the life outside of the game and how there's actually still stakes, and how, like, you can have, like, good plot points, good theming, and good direction to a show even after like its main plot point kind of ended. But we also have progressive movies, which we'll get to those eventually later on. But I really do like Sword Art Online overall, and Alicization in particular is extremely good. But, like, just the show overall, like, quality is very good, composition to music is very good, just the quality of the anime it's up there pretty well, and really the more you rewatch it, the more that you actually understand the show. It's not for everybody, but the people who do understand it, which I would consider myself one, and the people who do like the genre, do like how it portrays itself, I really do like it. Berserk the movies. This is one of the series where it's like I watched it once. I watched the first two movies, and I was like, okay, this show is really good. This is really good. It's got very realistic themes to it and stuff. Very subtle things going on, philosophy. And then the third movie hits. And dude, I will have to say, the third movie, to this day, like, Dude, I love Berserk because of just the way. Now, don't take me wrong on this, but the way it portrays evil for exactly what it is, and even the manga further on, I've read up to. I'm basically just starting the Millennium of the Falcon arc. Conviction arc, I have to say, is extremely good, extremely good, and the reason why is because it just shows like general humanity type stuff as well, and it has like another almost eclipse like chapter where it just like, shows the horrors of just like how evil the world is and how evil people can be and how they can be manipulated stuff. So yeah, very very good. I will rank this up here as a masterpiece. I think it's better than Sword Art Online, mainly because I just really like dark kind of stories as well. And Berserk is probably the darkest story I've ever seen. Like it really just is. I could talk about it a whole lot more than that, but speaking of other dark shows and another anime that I think was like my third anime that I watched, I actually don't have Soul Eater on here, which is weird. I should add it Soul Eater. Where is Soul Eater? Soul Eater. Soul Eater. Yeah, I don't know why I don't have Soul Eater on here, but I literally have completed Soul Eater, and Soul Eater is like Soul Eater is good. Like it really is just kind of good. The manga is different. Let's see. Save that. I'll have to add Soul Eater. But yeah, I don't know why I don't have Soul Eater on here. Oh, you guys get to see him inside of my computer a bit. So crazy. Soul Eater's there. So we'll rank Soul Eater where it is at in my tier list at the moment. So Soul Eater, I would have to put Soul Eater in. Like I liked it, but it's not really a show that I have. Like I've got fond memories of it, and I liked watching it as one of my first animes. But it's not really a show where I think it does anything in particular very well, or like the animation's good. It's got some cool characters, but like I just don't really. It's just kind of a flat show in my opinion. Like even more flat than Vampire Knight. I like Vampire Knight more than I like Soul Eater, if that tells you anything. In fact, I actually like it more. Well, I'd almost put it up there, but it has been so long since I've watched it, so I might have to give it another chance at some point when I get the Blu-rays at some point. But yeah, it's a show I'd show my kids definitely as a first anime, something like that. Like this, Dr. Stone is another good example. Fairy Tail is one that I'd probably wait till they're a little bit older. Sword Art Online, I'd probably wait till they're a little bit older as well, but I wouldn't really actually, like, I'd actually let them watch Sword Art Online, even though it is, like, pretty gory and that kind of stuff. By the time they would get to those episodes, they'd understand the show, and really, like, forming people's, like their worldview, and showing them, like, the consequences of, death, I guess, is a good, life lesson to learn, and anime does definitely do good jobs of teaching the value of life in so many situations, and heroism as well. But Attack on Titan, we're gonna put this up in. I would have said it was a masterpiece if we got an anime original ending. I was in the whole camp of that. I looked up so many theories. Having a show like that, if it would have actually done some stuff like that, which I still have hope it will. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm gonna put this up here in great shows above Fate, the Fate route. Just because overall the show is very good quality, very good show. Yeah, like I really like the show a lot. It's a great show, great show. The K Project. Now, if you haven't seen K Project, it's probably because you've been living under a rock. But you'd have to be living under a rock to find this show in the first place. It's one of those low-key, not very many people knows about it anime. It's by Studio Gohans, which is known for very good and very weird kind of camera angle type things. But I do really like K's anime. It is kind of flat as well. Like most of the characters are flat, not too deep, but there are some good characters that do get character development and stuff, which I really like. So, I don't know. I still haven't seen like some of the extra OVAs for the show, but I have seen the main series, which is like Season 1, the movie, and then Season 2. This was one that I did watch early on in my anime career as well. Um, but it's always just one of those shows where aesthetically it's very nice, musically it's very nice, and the plot line and the characters are pretty enjoyable as well. Do I like it more than Doctor Stone? I like the themes and like the world better than Doctor Stone in a lot of ways. Like I don't know. Like I like the anime a lot better than Doctor Stone, I would say. It's really worth watching if you want something that's good and what's it called? Aesthetical. Madoka Magica, instantly this is going up here in right under Berserk, I would say. Like right under Berserk. Like the writing in it is very solid. Animation's very good. The themes in it are very dark, and I just love the heck out of the show. It is like very, very good, very solid. Let's see. We gotta start speeding through these a bit more because we're already. Well, I mean, we're only 20 minutes in, and we've got a decent bit of these taken care of so far. Fate Unlimited Blade Works, aka Fate Stay Night's TV show. I'm splitting Fate into like different spots just because like it really is kind of specific. But I would say that Fate is like in my top 3, but Unlimited Blade Works I would put underneath these two. Like I'd put it underneath these two just because of the route by itself. Like the route is very good. It's got good themes, but I still think it doesn't focus in on its darkness as much as the other two routes, or like as much as Heaven's Feel does. So yeah, that's up there. In terms of the next one, I'll probably talk about Fate a bit more later when we get into some of my other rankings. So we've got Don Machi, Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? This show just has gotten a lot better the further on we've gotten into it. The first season is pretty okay. Like, I did really like one of the episodes. I watched it while I was grounded, and I had to sit in the living room, and I was watching the 7th episode, and I was like, whoa! Such a cool scene. Such a cool scene. So yeah, but it does kind of slow down a little bit in the mid-season 2 kind of section, I would say. Well, at the end of season 2, I have to say, I did like the end of season 2. First arc of season 2 is okay as well. Like, season 2 is the weakest season in my opinion. But like the first few episodes of Don Machi are very good. And then season 3 of Don Machi from start to finish is very good because it's all one arc. And then the ending of season 3 is very good because it's got a great fight. Season 4, part 1, starts off very slow, kind of, but after a while you start to see just how dire stuff can get by the end of it. And part 2 of Don Machi season 4, I will have to say, it really reminds me of the House of Hades book by Rick Riordan, if you know what I mean. And for that, like, I will have to say this is going up here in the high tier in terms of my personal enjoyment of the show. Do I like it more than Fairy Tail overall? Yes, I like it a little bit more than Fairy Tail overall. And the reason behind that is just because it's more of a modern show. It's got more modern animation. The story's still ongoing as well, and it's a great world as well. Like the world building in it is just so good. It doesn't do too much in terms of like dragging out or like having a bunch of filler episodes, that kind of stuff. Fairy Tail didn't really have too many filler episodes either, but yeah, it's ranked up there. Next anime, Parasite the Maxim. Parasite is an anime where it's very good, but it's also not quite the type of show that I like per se. Like, it does follow the path of, it's a one season, it's adapting a really old manga actually, that finally got an anime. But I personally think that, like, it didn't fall into its themes as much as I would have liked completely. So where I'm going to put this? I'm going to put it in like it a lot, actually. I'm going to put this up here and liked it a lot. Just because, like, I like the show. Do I like it more than K? Do I like it more than K and Dr. Stone? Yeah, I would say, like, I don't know. I'd say, like, I like it more than K and Dr. Stone, maybe. But aesthetically, I do like K, so I'll put it right there, in a way. Like, I think the plot in Maxim is very good. But yeah. Seraph of the End. This is a show that I do really like its progression almost, but it is a little bit more generic. I'm gonna put it in worth my time. Like, it's worth my time. I haven't read past it in the manga. It's got some good moments. It had a good world. Hiroyuki Sawano does the score. I do like vampire shows, but it was a, and like it's a good vampire show because the vampires aren't like quite like everything. But kind of think of Promise Neverland and like other things with this as well. God Eater. If you haven't seen God Eater, it's a Ufotable anime based on the God Eater game franchise. But the anime that they did for this, dude, the anime is just so good. It really is. I'm gonna actually put this up here in masterpieces. Yeah, I'm gonna put it up here. Like, not higher than Fate, but higher than Sword Art Online. Higher than Sword Art Online. Because, dude, it's just such a good world that they built up there. The anime, it's such good quality as well. Very, very, very good. Very, very good. I can't stress enough how good the show is and how much of it's worth watching. It's like 13 episodes, definitely worth a watch. And next we have basically the Kara no Kyokai movies, and this is my top anime of all time. Kara no Kyokai is an offshoot of Fate in a lot of ways, but it's a separate project from Type Moon. But it was on a novel series, but it had a series that started coming out in 2007. And I will have to say, it's higher quality than even Heaven's Feel in terms of just the amount of detail they put into the movies, just the amount of heart the movies have. The story is absolutely amazing. The characters are absolutely amazing. It's just literally my favorite anime, and it will never actually be dethroned, I think. Unless we get a, well, even if we do get like a Ufotable Tsukihime adaptation, which I'm really hoping we do, at least in the 2030s, something like that, which I think would be likely that we get something announced at least before then, if the Witch on the Holy Night movie does very well. But the movies, they're just amazing, especially the fifth movie. The fifth movie is it's just a case study in terms of animation and directing, I would say, and storytelling. Like, it's such a great movie. Let's see. Speaking of other movies, Mononoke Hime, Princess Mononoke. This is one of the Studio Ghibli movies that like stuck with me the most, and I liked it the most out of most of the Studio Ghibli movies, precisely because of the story and just how dark it was. It was rated PG-13 versus the others usually having a PG or G rating, and that really stuck with me because, as someone who had watched like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, there's like a slight level of darkness to like Yu-Gi-Oh, and yeah, but when it comes to animation and like storytelling, like I've always like leaned more towards like serious kind of stuff or like darker kind of things. So this, I will have to say, it is a masterpiece of a movie. It's just like it really shows you, like, it's what like a lot of the Zelda big games are even based on. Like, it's what Zelda's based on. So I gotta put this up here pretty high. As a movie, I really, really like it a lot. So I guess I'll put it up here. But like, I don't think the writing is good thematically. It's got a good message, but I don't think the writing is quite as high tier as like Fate's writing is. Because I can go on and on about Fate's writing. It's just, Fate's writing is amazing. One Punch Man, I've only watched season 1, but I have not dropped this show. I might watch season 2 and season 3 when the show circles around, you know. Like, season 1 is just amazing. So, great shows. I would probably put this in great shows. Do I like it more than Attack on Titan? Not quite. Do I like it more than Fate, Stay Night? This one? Not quite, but I guess I could give it higher than Danmachi. Even though I like Danmachi because of world building more, so I guess I'll put it right here. So that's up there pretty high. Evangelion. Wait, is that Evangelion? Wait, no, that's not. That's Common Area of the Iron Fortress. Common Area of the Iron Fortress I liked a lot, but it just didn't give me enough. Like, we just didn't have enough for the series, and it's like it had a heart to it, but I don't know. I'm gonna put it down here. Yeah, I'm gonna put it below Vampire Knight just because. Yeah, I've only seen Cabaneri once. I did like watching through it. It was enjoyable. So that's up there. Your Name, the movie. This movie is very good, but I will not say it's a masterpiece. And the main reason behind that is just because I think it's a little bit overhyped. Like, a lot of people are like, wow, I like Your Name so much. I will probably put it up here in terms of great shows. But let's see. Actually, Weathering with You. I don't know if I added this. Weathering. Tekinoko. This show, I have completed it, and I think it's an absolute masterpiece of a film. It takes the reason why it's a masterpiece of a film is because it takes a what you would consider like a youthful, childish kind of movie, because the protagonist is younger. The protagonists are younger than the Your Name protagonists, but they go through a lot more dark kind of things. And let's see, where is Tekinoko? Where is it? They go through like so many dark things, really. Um, and yeah, in terms of also how it handles all the characters in the show, like all the characters are well written to the point of everybody has meaning in the show. Like literally, it really does. The plot points around as well. Pretty good, pretty good. I will probably put this up in terms of like it's a movie that resonates with my soul so much. So I'll put that up here in masterpieces. Yeah, like I'll put it up here in masterpiece actually. I think that's a good place to put that. Overlord, dude, I love Overlord. I really love Overlord. The writing in it is just so good. I like it more than Attack on Titan. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's a better show than Attack on Titan. Not necessarily for the animation and theming and completely, but like I think it's a better show than Attack on Titan. Ancient Magus Bride. This is a show that I actually picked up recently on a whim, and I do really like it. I'm on episode 5, or I've watched through episode. Yeah, I'm on episode 5 now. I just really like the show. Like the first 3 episodes sold me. The first 3 episodes enough made it memorable enough that this is, and like the themes in it with all the like fairies and stuff, the UK mages being around for a long time. It fits into why I like Fate also, with like the idea of like there being like magecraft, that kind of stuff around um a long time. But let's see, I don't know, like I really like it a lot. So I will probably, in terms of like theming and types of stuff that I like, I'll probably put this up here. Um, Although actually I'll put it under Attack on Titan for the moment. Like I do really like it a lot already. Devilman Crybaby, this thing is, it's a masterpiece in writing, but in terms of like it's a masterpiece in just showing the brokenness of humanity and like just yeah, like the brokenness of humanity. And yeah, it's very well animated. Um, let's see, what should I put this? Uh, is it better than God Eater? I don't like it better than God Eater, really. I'll put this here in lower masterpieces, I guess. I'll put it down there in lower masterpiece. Like it's 13 episodes. It's very good. Like as someone who never like watched like Devilman when that was the classic anime, I didn't know anything about that. I just went into this show, and I don't think it like follows too much of the main tropes, just mean the character and that kind of stuff, and does its own thing, which is good. Bunny Girl Senpai is in Masterpiece. I'll put this up here in Masterpiece. The writing in it is so solid. It's just so solid. Very good writing. I'll put this up. Put it up here. Yeah, like it's just a very good romance anime, and I am a sucker for good romance animes. Um, so I'll put that up there. If not, I don't know. Maybe I should put it in like, maybe I should put it higher. But like I do like Madoka Magica a lot. I do like Madoka a lot. It's one of my staples in terms of theme, and this is partially because of Yuki Kajira. So I'll put that there for now. Darling in the Franxx. This is a show that I have been meaning to rewatch. I really did enjoy it the first time going through. I did like the ending. I did like everything about the show pretty much. It didn't seem like it was too like bad like people claim it is. So so I'm gonna put this like high, like it a lot, because I don't know if I have a better opinion on it if I'll rewatch it or if I'll have a worse opinion on a rewatch. But yeah, the Blame movie. This also reminds me. I don't think I put Knights of Sidonia on here on this list, but I did like the Blame movie a lot. I thought it was very solid. The world for Blom is the world is great. I'm just gonna put this actually more than One Punch Man. Thematically, I like it more than One Punch Man and Fairy Tail and these other things almost. But I also have to add Knights of Sidonia. Because Knights of Sidonia, the TV show and like the movie for this is very good. Like the movie, I will say, like it got a little bit woke at the end, or like woke sci-fi kind of, which is like, okay, I did not like that it did that, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Like I think it was a fine ending for the series that I think is very solid. A world that is very solid. Wait, let's see. Yeah, Knights of Sidonia. There we are. Knights of Sidonia, I would have to give a solid. Like Knights of Sidonia season, like it's basically in terms of plot, I compare it to Attack on Titan a lot. It's very similar to Attack on Titan. You've got an alien race, a big old ship, some cool stuff happening, sci-fi stuff happening, Evangelion-esque type stuff happening as well. I'm gonna put this below Attack on Titan. Overall below Attack on Titan. Like the animation is CGI animation, but it works well with this story, especially with how much they can do with camera angles and it being in space. I think it really works well. And the final movie actually had very good quality. But I did like the TV show's animation style as well. Same thing with Blam. That had some good animation as well. But I like Knights of Sidonia better just because it's longer. Even though if Blame was longer, or like if I read the manga for Blame, I think I would like Blame more, to be honest. Just because Blame, literally, if you look up a not summary, but like synopsis of the story, you would be like, dang, why isn't this like more popular? Why haven't we like seen more from this? Crazy, crazy. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is very solid. It's very solid. Do I like it more than Attack on Titan? Not quite. I don't like it more than Knights of Sidonia. But I'll put it like above Your Name, I would say. Just because its writing is very solid. Like its writing is very solid. It's a good story. But there's plenty of other anime that I like more and that I'd put up higher than this pretty much. Let's see, Grand Blue Dreaming, an excellent comedy anime that one of my roommates actually showed to me or like, got me introduced to. I still haven't finished it just because it's like not very long, and I do want to like rewatch it again. But it's hilarious, dude. It's like it's like college humor. It's like college humor hilarious, but over the top college humor. Like they get drunk every day. Like it's crazy. Like. It's crazy. Plus, they also go scuba diving a few times, and the outfits, I will say, very good, and the animation quality is excellent, excellent, very good, excellent animation quality. Wow, second row already. I like comedy animes, but usually I like more serious stories with some comedy a little bit. So I don't know. I'll put this like right there. Like I think it's very good, or. You know, actually, it's a masterpiece. It really is a masterpiece of a comedy anime. I think it's actually funny. It's actually just hilariously funny. So that's up there. Goblin Slayer, I will have to say I like Goblin Slayer a lot, but also I don't think that it necessarily has. Like I don't necessarily think it's Dungeons and Dragons the anime. But it's also more than that. Like, I think eventually, over time, it will gain a bit more traction. like I have a feeling that season 3 is where stuff is going to get hit a little bit more in terms of like grander scale. Because right now we're still season 1 and season 2. It's still pretty much the same show it has been since the beginning. He just goes around killing goblins, and then season 2 he goes around killing a little bit more than just goblins, pretty much. But it's very good. It's a very slow series, but I do want to read the manga for it at some point as well. But I still think Danmachi I like a little bit better. These other shows I like a little bit more, even though Goblin Slayer does have tons of gore and stuff, and good animation, that kind of stuff. Very solid show, but I don't think I like it enough to put it in masterpiece. Just because, yeah, like the writing's good, but it's just it doesn't feel like there's too much going on. There's not enough plot going on enough for me to actually really like it enough. Akame Kill, however, which is another it's another White Fox anime. I'll probably put this, like, I've watched it probably 3 times now, I think. Once, it was actually probably my 4th anime I started. I started this after Attack on Titan, but I binge watched it, and I'm glad I did because like it's a great show. Do I like it more than Attack on Titan and Overlord? Probably not quite, but I still think it's excellent. It's excellent. It's a really good show. It's really solid. It's really solid. It's really solid. Let's see. We've got Silent Voice. Silent Voice, I do like the movie a lot. I think the themes are very solid. However, I don't think it's necessarily like anything too crazy. I feel like movies where you put characters in, like, it's nice because it's all reality. It's all within reality, kind of. It does a good job with its movie, that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna put this, like, will I put it higher in the fairy tale? Like, it didn't really hit me as personally completely, just because I haven't struggled through a lot of those type of things. So I'm gonna put this in like it a lot, I think. Yeah, I just haven't struggled with a lot of those personal things. I know a lot of people do, but it's one of those things where it's like it's probably really meaningful for a lot of people. But yeah, I think the movie is okay. But like movies like Weathering with You really resonate with me more, where things are more on like a not cosmic completely scale, but like on more of a grand scale, I guess you could say, and you can get like life lessons out of the slight nuance of like fictitious type things. So that's pretty good. The Heaven's Feel Fate movies are very, very good. They're very, very good. Like, I would put Fate as one of my top 3. Like, overall Fate Stay Night, which I group like what's it called, Fate Zero in with that. So glad I'm not the only person who dropped Spy Family, dude. Exactly. I dropped it like in I think the first few episodes, but that's also because I'm not like I've watched like so many anime, also. But yeah, like I liked Spy Family enough. Like I said it earlier, like I liked it enough. Like its themes are okay, but I don't know. I just didn't really want to watch the show completely. So, let's see. But Fate, Heaven's Feel, up here in the top 3, I would say. Like, I think it's my favorite part of Fate, almost. Just because the fights are some of the best. And we were going to go ahead and write Fate Zero as well. Fate Zero, in terms of writing, slightly under Berserk. Slightly under Berserk. And the only reason I say that is just because... well, I don't know. In terms of writing, I'd say Fate is better. Fate Zero is better, but in terms of... Yeah, wait, you know what? Bunny Girl is definitely top 5 rom-com. Probably, I think it's my second favorite rom-com for me. Like, it's my second favorite romance anime. So we've got... Or actually, no, Bunny Girl's my third favorite. You'll see what my first and second are eventually. But yeah, I'll put Fate Zero underneath Berserk. Let's see. End of Evangelion. Evangelion is like... I'll probably put it like high masterpiece class. Because high masterpiece class implies that, like... I don't know, because Evangelion isn't quite my top 3. and it hasn't been, but like I do really enjoy Evangelion. And I think the final movie is like everything I like in terms of endings to shows. That's like the kind of ending I'd want Berserk to have. Like the kind of ending I want Berserk to have is where just stuff just kind of ends almost. Love is War is my favorite. Yeah, I haven't seen Love is War, but it's more comedy focused, and I tend to like more drama focused, like romance anime, or like yeah. You'll see what I mean after I show you my like top three, which we're getting to like I think one of them pretty soon. Demon Slayer, oh, bro, Demon Slayer, Seaman Slayer, Gleaming Glaver, uh, Demon Slayer. Rewatching the show for like the third time ish, I do really like it. It falls into the same category as Sword Art Online, where you have to understand the writing style and you have to understand the show to understand it. I rank it under Sword Art Online though. Like I rank it under Sword Art Online and God Eater, and the reason behind that is just because, like, I do think the animation quality is very good up through the Entertainment District arc, but I do think they massively dropped the ball, and the story massively drops the ball with Swordsmith Village. But the final arc is going to probably put Demon Slayer up towards more of like the Madoka Magica range, I would say, in terms of this ranking. Um, but as for now, it's like below Sword Art Online. But Entertainment District arc is just absolutely amazing. It's just so good. Like the whole first bit of Demon Slayer is so good. It really is. Um, let's see, Evangelion the TV show. Evangelion the TV show was pretty alright. I really like Evangelion. I want to be honest. Like, I love mecha shows that are not just traditional mecha shows. That, like it's more than just a robot. That's why I liked Evangelion. Like, it's more than just a robot. It's more than just an anime, is really what it is. Um, let's see. What is it better than? I'll probably put this up here. Yeah, is it better than Fate? Overall, writing, that kind of stuff, I'm gonna put it right here. Like, I don't think it's quite as good as Fate, almost. Gonna go to sleep, have fun ranking these? Yeah, I will, and then this will be up on, this will be like a VOD, so you can watch it back as well, and I might edit it into a video. Yeah, have a fun sleep. But yeah, Clanad, After Story, Clanad, top three right here. Top three, easily. Um, Dude, Clanad is just, it literally is basically one of my favorite animes. It's actually crazy. It's actually crazy. Well, actually, I'll put this probably top five, because I know there's gonna be a few more that I put up here. Violet Evergarden, the movie, and the TV series. I'm gonna rank these all in one piece. Because overall, Violet Evergarden just feels like it's just a movie. Like, it's very good. Overall, very solid series. I have not rewatched it yet, but I will have to say, like, the movie, just how it ends, it's like it really shows just how good of a series it really was. So do I like it more than Madoka Magica? I don't personally like it more than Madoka Magica. But do I like it more than Bunny Girl Senpai? Yeah, I kinda don't. But so it's up there. It's up there. It's very solid. Angel Beats, Angel Beats is lacking in my opinion, but I do like it a lot. I'll put it like it a lot. Um, Actually, I'm basically rewatching it right now, so, but I don't know. I'd probably say where would I rank this actually? Probably right here actually, in all honesty. Like underneath Vampire Knight, some of these other ones. Kill la Kill, dude, Kill la Kill, great anime, great anime. Very funny the whole way through. I'll probably put it up here. Like, it's very solid. Steins Gate, the movie. The Loaded Region of Deja Vu. Let's see. I liked it. It's pretty good, but I'll put it, I guess, at the low. Great shows. Kizumonogatari. I really like Kizumonogatari, the first film. I've only seen the first film so far, but I really liked it, and it makes me so intrigued for Bakemonogatari and the rest of the Monogatari series. Um, so where am I gonna put this? I really liked it. The animation in it alone is very good. The animation alone is very good. I might put it underneath yeah, I'll put it underneath God Eater for now, just because like if it's an animation action show, or like if animation is the main focus or story, like I think that's fair, just because I don't know too much of the story yet. But I have a feeling this would go higher than Evangelion after I know the story a bunch, if not up here, like right under like Fate, something crazy like that. But dude, Fate is just actually too good. It's actually just too good. Akira, I do like Akira. I am looking forward to if they make the whole manga into the TV show, because Akira only covers like part of it. I believe, anyway. Um, this is a very good show. Um, it's a very good movie. Yeah, I'd put it higher than Full Metal Alchemist. The Evangelion movies. Now, this is like the reboot series, and I will have to say, the reboot, the fourth movie, I think it's not as good as End of Evangelion is, but I still think it's very solid, so, and I like the rest of the movies. Like, I think it does a good job of expanding Evangelion a whole bunch, and the quality is very good. So, above Madoka Magica, but underneath, like, these other ones, and underneath End of Evangelion. Just because End of Evangelion is actually, yeah, just the way it ends is great. But honestly, I probably would rank this below. Yeah, I'd rank Fate Zero higher than that. I'm gonna rank those higher than that. Vivi, I do like Vivi a lot. It's written by the ReZero author. Um, I think it has a really good message to it as well, and I do think it is a masterpiece. So I'm gonna put it up here in the masterpiece tier. In terms of a show overall, like I think I didn't like it quite as much as some other things. But yeah, the Sword Art Online progressive movies, so far they're doing everything right for Sword Art Online. Like the animation is like great, but I like it just as much, if not more, than Sword Art Online. I like it more than, yeah, I like it more than these. Basically right under Fate. Right under Fate and Limited Blade Works, I would say. Elfenlied, the opening song for this is excellent. I know how the manga ends, and I think the manga for it is pretty good. I think it's really good. It shows just like it really is a tragic story. It's supposed to be a tragedy, but the opening song alone puts this up here in like it's really good. Like it's really good, and like it's a classic anime in a lot of ways. But it is showing its age almost, so I guess I'll put it above Fate. But not, well, I don't know. In all honesty, I would probably put this. Like, do I like it more than Goblin Slayer, or yes or no? Yeah, kind of more than Goblin Slayer. Seems about right. Eminence and Shadow, I really like this a lot. I liked the show's premise a lot. I think it's a really funny show. Do I like it more than Dr. Stone? Actually, not quite. But I'll put it higher than Angel Beast just because I generally had a favorable take of it, and I think I watched up through episode 15 of Eminence and Shadow. I haven't watched season 2 yet. But yeah, like I think it's a funny show. School Days, the TV show. I actually really liked School Days. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's actually really good. I think School Days, I would have to read the visual novel as well, maybe. Or, like, learn what happens in the visual novel, something like that. See some stuff in the visual novel. Ooh, over Devilman, over Kill la Kill. Over Kill la Kill. How much do I like it? Do I like it more than Kill la Kill or less than Kill la Kill? Yeah, like it's probably actually is like Like, dude, I enjoyed the heck out of watching it. Um, I'm gonna put it up there. I'm gonna put it in low tier up there. Made in Abyss. Made in Abyss toy. Made in Abyss. What do I think of this? Um, Probably right here in all honesty. Like, just because there's still so much mystery to it and it's ongoing as well. Got great theming, got great animation, got great music. Just an excellent world. It's very high up there. I rank that pretty high. Um, so that's definitely fun. That's up there. That's so high. The movie very very good. The season 2 I think is extremely good. Like it is a masterpiece. So that's up there. Chainsaw Man season 1. I have read the whole first part of Chainsaw Man, and I do know some stuff that happens with part 2 of the manga. But I haven't read part 2 of the manga, and I probably won't, just because, like, I don't know. Like, I kind of want to know what's going on with the manga, but I don't really care too much. Because I know I probably won't actually, like, it'll be so long until Chainsaw Man gets to that point in terms of the anime, and really it's like the first half of the anime got my interest, and if the second part of the manga stuff starts happening that does grab my interest again, then I'll start reading the manga again. That's basically where I'm at this point, but do I like it more than these three? I'd say the big three of like plot and like these are the big three in terms of similar shows. Do I like it more than Kill la Kill? No. Akame ga Kill? No. Do I like it more than Akira? Not quite. Do I like it more than Femab? Chainsaw Man. Like, in terms of where the manga goes, like the Rize movie, I think is going to be good. The Rize movie is going to be good. Season 3 or season 2 of Chainsaw Man, I think will be good. But as of now, like it's a fun show, but like I'd probably put it under Danmachi actually. It's under Danmachi. Like it's not even close. Danmachi just is better show. It's actually just a better show with better writing, better. Well, I don't know. I still don't understand the writing of Chainsaw Man completely. Like I know it's mostly chaos, but it's crazy. This is another Sword Art Online movie, the Ordinal Scale movie, and overall, Ordinal Scale is pretty good. Like I'll put it like kind of here. Yeah, that seems about right. Classroom of the Elite, dude. I love Classroom of the Elite. It's really good. Based on everything my friend Jakun has told me about the manga, or not the manga, the light novel, is a great show, and I love the heck out of watching it. So that goes in right under Fate. That's going in right under Fate. Didn't like much. I can actually delete this. Save some space. Let's see. We've got like 2 rows left, so that'll be fine. So ReZero, one of the big, let's see, one of the big top 5 in my opinion. I just love the show's concept so much. I loved season 1 for a long time. It became my favorite anime, and once I did a rewatch of the show, and actually, once I did the rewatch of the director's cut, and actually knew everything that happens in the story and the whole point of the story, like, it's really good. It's really solid. In terms of, like, yeah, like, it's really solid. Like, there's some parts of it that I don't like. It's as quite much as like some other shows, but like I still think it's rated high. I'd be happy putting in this as like my, I don't know, like Clanad I think has surpassed. Clanad has taken my first spot in there, but also actually I do have to Clanad. Why is it doing repeating? Let's see. Air the anime. I did watch this with my sister recently. Yeah, completed. It's very good. Air is very good. but like I still like the visual novel for Air is where I think most of the relation should be in terms of if you're going to watch it or not. But dude, like Air is kind of sad, but it's also one of those more chaotic stories than Clanad was. Clanad was very solid and on point with a lot of things. But I do think it is a masterpiece. I think it's higher than School Days. Air. I might put it right here because like the thing is, it doesn't resonate with everybody, but like it's got one of those stories where like it was hard to fit into 12 episodes of an anime, I think, which is where it suffered from. So yeah, that's the reason why I don't think the anime is quite as good, and it's not as good as Clanad is. I think Clanad is just too good of a show. Steins Gate. This was a show that almost dethroned ReZero for me. Like it almost dethroned ReZero for me when I first watched it because I was like, it's basically just ReZero, but the plot lines are better and like I like the romance in it more and that kind of stuff. But like literally after watching it a second time, after letting stuff sink in a bit more, like I like it aesthetically. It's a good visual novel. It's a very good visual novel. If I had read the visual novel instead of watching the anime the whole way through, I think I would have probably put this up here with like Fate. I've been as much of a fan as Fate. Like I think it's very, very solid. But also I do prefer ReZero in a lot of ways. So I will probably put this, yeah, right under End of Evangelion, in all honesty. Under End of Evangelion. Like, I do like this show so much. I think it's an excellent anime. And now we've got Nier Automata, the anime. The first half was very good for the first 5 episodes. I think it did a perfect job of adapting the story. And then it did a subpar job of adapting it for the rest of that core. Part 2 has been amazing so far. Part 2 really has. And I saw a thumbnail for a video that said, "Oh, Evangelion is, or Nier is the new Evangelion." In a lot of ways, it is. So I would definitely be looking forward to, like, you know, rewatching this show once I get it on Blu-ray, because I am planning on getting the Blu-ray just because I don't think it's going to sell very well, and I want to support the show, just hopefully so we can get like another route to the story, or Nier Replicant getting an anime, something like that. I would love the heck out of that. In terms of where I think it is, in terms of Part 2 overall, in terms of Part 2, I'm ranking this based on Part 2 and then the bit of Part 1. And just how much I like Nier. Because I haven't finished the game. I'm further in the anime than I am in the game. And I haven't played Nier Replicant. So, where would I rank this? The story can be confusing and seem like nothing's actually happening, especially in the first half. The second half, there's a lot more answers, but you still don't know what's happening. Which is why Evangelion was so good, because there's stuff that gets going on in the second half. Do I like it more than Sword Art Online and Demon Slayer? Probably not quite yet. And the reason I say that is because I don't know how Automata ends. I don't know how it ends, but I have a real hope that it ends just so spectacularly. I have a feeling it'll probably just end with like the world exploding, or like something like that, like literally just everybody dying. I am thinking that the aliens will show up or something that showed up on Earth, but that's still one of those things where it's only a theory in my head, and I would really not like spoilers. So I'll rank that there. Suzume the movie, I did not like this one as much as Your Name and Weathering with You. I'm going to be honest. I think it was subpar in terms of the story and the characters. I think the characters weren't as meaningful. It was more of a plot kind of movie rather than a story movie, if that makes any sense. Like, it wasn't about... Like, it was about a journey. It's about a journey. That's what the story is about. But it's not a movie that is about... let's see. I couldn't really say that it really resonated with me as much. And so, like... I don't know. Like, I think it's okay. So now I'll put that in like high, liked it a lot tier as well. In fact, I liked Silent Voice better than Suzume. I'm gonna be honest. Like I really have a low opinion of Suzume, and that's just because also like they only have one OST from Radwimps. Like I get that maybe they wanted to go a different direction with the OSTs, but still, Radwimps had a good job of doing like the OSTs for like the whole soundtrack. Like they didn't just do like the vocal tracks; they did like the whole soundtrack, which was just really good. And Weathering with You is an excellent movie. It really just is so good. Let's see, Guilty Crown. Guilty Crown, I really like. I really like it a lot. Um, it's not quite as iconic as Evangelion is. Um, but I do really like it a lot. And after rewatching it like several times, I think Guilty Crown is a solid anime. Definitely higher than Vivi. So yeah, like I like it more than Vivi in all honesty. So I'll put it at higher than Vivi. The Attack on Titan final season movies, I guess. That's what this is. The movies, yeah, like, I don't really have to rank this, do I? How do I get rid of this? I don't know how to. Yeah, we'll just put that at the end. So yeah, like, let's see, let's see. In all honesty, I might actually put Overlord higher in a lot of ways. The Perfect Blue movie, I think it's a really good movie. Did I like it as much as some of these other things? Not quite. But it was worth my time. Like I think it was worth it. It was worth the experience. Like it was worth the experience, you know. That's on there twice. That's crazy. Code Geass. Code Geass is very, very, very. Okay, so I really like it. I like the English dub so much. I think the English dub just adds so much more to the story than even the Japanese dub does in a lot of ways. And that's hard to find in an anime. But I also think that the plot kind of suffers, the overall story kind of suffers a lot. And so it's not like quite as good, but with the continuation movie, like basically it's the fourth movie or like a reboot fourth movie kind of. And then the new TV show coming out, like I'm going to have to see, but like it's very solid. Like it's very solid, but I actually like these shows more. But I really just like these everything above this more in a lot of ways, even though like Code Geass has been like a staple, I would say, for my enjoyment. And it's an anime that like I watched a long time. Tokyo Ghoul's anime I really liked a lot as well, but it's not like super good. It's not anything crazy, but I do think I don't know. I think it's under like Tokyo Ghoul's anime. Yeah, I'd put it kind of above like it's above Vampire Knight. This is Fate, Whispers of Dawn. I think I think this will be a good show, just because it'll add some stuff to the Fate universe. It'll be pretty good. So I'll put this up here. I think it'll be good, dude. Oh gosh, where do we go with this? Kuroshitsuji, aka Black Butler. If not my favorite setting for an anime, if not one of the most unique and just a great anime. It's actually great. I think it's really good. I might actually put this high masterpiece. I'm gonna put a high masterpiece. The reason why is just because it does so many things right in a lot of ways. Yeah, like I just love the heck out of the show. It's really good. Free Ren, I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed Free Ren. Is it a masterpiece? In some ways, it's a masterpiece. Yes. In terms of everything, do I think it's better than these other shows? In terms of writing, like, yeah. I'd put it above Air. Yeah, I'd put it above Air. I think that's fair. I'll put it above Air. And then I guess like Kill la Kill above that. Yeah, wait, I'm rearranging these a little bit. There we go. This is kind of more of the range I'd put these. Yeah, this is the range I'd put these in. Yeah, very fun, very fun. Mushoku Tensei. Mushoku Tensei is very, very good. It's kind of similar to ReZero in a lot of ways in terms of how I think about the show. But where would I put this? Honestly, in terms of my enjoyment of it, I'd actually put this higher than Steins Gate. Like, I'd rather watch Mushoku Tensei again than watch Steins Gate again in a lot of ways. So that's there. Death Note. I think Death Note's like a great show. But like it does fall off a lot in the second half. And like, I don't know. I'll probably put this there. Yeah, the Masterpieces is getting a bit full. And maybe, in all honesty, we should put these guys down into... Yeah, Can't Make a Kill. I kind of like better. Maybe there. Yeah. We'll put these here. Oh, actually, I'll put this like high. I like it a lot, I think. Yeah, there we go. Okay, it's a little bit more sorted out. Konosuba! Konosuba is great. It really is great. I like Mushoku more in a lot of ways. But Konosuba's up there. Konosuba really is up there. Okay, we've got Your Lie in April. Another show that is basically my second favorite romance anime, I think. But where am I gonna put this actually? Slightly below that maybe. Yeah, like slightly higher than Bunny Girl Senpai. I think is where I'll put that. Hey yo. Hey yo, I am.
Oh, it is Quinlan.
It's okay if I play music now.
Not yet. Give me like 20 minutes because I'm recording a video.
Can I get a Quinlan hug real quick? Oh, it's so warm, so
Having a
accepting.
good evening.
Oh my goodness.
We're on to the ATO.
Good man, sir.
I'll probably be on like 20 minutes ish.
Make a good video.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, if you ever want to put me in as a surprise character, you know, however you can make
Whoa.
Tyler Jackson Japanese name.
Yeah.
You know, for obviously.
Woo! So yes, my roommate and friend are back. It's very fun. We'll continue on with this. Where was I? We had Your Lie in April as the last one, yes. Psychopaths, I've only seen season 1 of Psychopaths so far. But Psychopaths is pretty good. Psychopaths is pretty good. I guess below God Eater. God Eater is good. Solo Leveling, we can put this in great shows, I guess, but yeah, great show. I'll probably put this like right here, kind of. Yeah, great show. It's pretty good. Slime Isekai, I do have to say it's really solid. Not quite as much as Overlord, I'd probably put this right here. I'd probably put Overlord higher, almost, but yeah. I guess that. Fairy Tail 100 use quest. We've got Fairy Tail low great, but I think Fairy Tail 100 use quest is going to be like pretty solid great. Spice and Wolf. I haven't seen enough of it yet, but I think it will be up here in Masterpiece tier. Probably close to like Free Run. Like I do like what I've seen so far. Yeah, and that's gonna be it for the tier list, I guess. That literally is it for the tier list. So pretty cool, pretty cool. So yeah, top 4 I guess is up here, or top 5. We could probably add another one to top 5. But which one though? That's the question. Because what is my other top 5? What is my favorite anime? It's really hard to say, because like Fate's up there, top 5. Yeah, I don't know. Like Konosuba is really funny. But yeah, Clannad's been up there. So yeah, that's it for the tier list. I mean, like and subscribe. Peace.